Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to talk about 5 stocks that I'm considering to buy in July 2025. If you enjoy the content and want to support me, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Every Saturday on this channel right here you will find a weekly stock market update, but let's start right off with the first stock. So in today's video I'm going to give you 3 dividend stocks and 2 tech growth stocks. Why is that? I'm definitely overexposed tech. I own Nvidia, Tesla and stocks like that, and I think that many people might be also overexposed to tech stocks, and that is why I'm considering to buy 3 dividend stocks in July 2025. I also started to buy one last week, and that's also the one you can see right here, which is Coca-Cola, currently trading at slightly below $72. And last week I bought some shares at $69.36. Got a little bit lucky on that entry because we got 3 green days in a row right now and are up a couple percent since that entry. If the stock would drop below $70 again, I would definitely buy more. Right now Coca-Cola has a market cap of $307 billion US. The PE ratio is slightly below 29, but the forward PE is even below 24. I don't think that that's very expensive for Coca-Cola. Of course it's also not very cheap, but in the long run you can't do wrong with it in my opinion. The dividend is at $2 per share right now, slightly below 3% at the current price, and we got the next earnings report on July 22nd. The good thing about Coca-Cola is that the beta is very low, 0.45, which means Coca-Cola is not moving with the whole market overall. It is also very stable in recessions, so Coca-Cola is definitely one of the safest stocks in my opinion. They got the pricing power and they are kind of a monopoly in their section. They can just raise prices every year, and therefore I believe that they will continue to outperform the inflation over the next decades. They also increased their dividend for over 60 consecutive years. They are a dividend king, and the stock is one of the biggest positions in the portfolio of Warren Buffett. They bought the shares with Berkshire Hathaway between 1988 and 1990, and since then they haven't sold any of them, I believe. I think it's definitely a share you can hold for 10-20 years without ever thinking about it. So let's get to the first growth stock, which is Amazon. Market cap of $2.3 trillion US. PE ratio right now above 35. Forward PE at the same range approximately. No dividend, and in my opinion, together with Microsoft, the least riskiest of the next 7. I already own Amazon, and if it would get a dip, I would buy more in July. I'm very bullish Amazon over the next 10-20 years. I believe this stock could outperform the S&P over the next 5 to 10 years as well. It's definitely one of my most favorite tech stocks. We got the next earnings call on July 31st. So far year to date, approximately at the same level where it started, and I started to buy Amazon this year right here at the end of March at around $190. So I'm up like 15%. I think Amazon is definitely a stock you can buy on a monthly basis. They are the leader in the e-commerce, kind of a monopoly, which is still growing at low single digits every year, most of the years at least, but they got 2 big segments that are growing a lot. One of them is Amazon Web Services, their cloud business, and their advertising segment is also growing very strongly right now. They started to use their platform to place ads, and that seems to be very successful. And of course the cloud business is very interesting for the next couple of years as well. They are leading the space together with Microsoft Azure, and all of the cloud business from Amazon, Microsoft and also Google are growing double digits right now. Another interesting thing for Amazon could be to attack Netflix with Prime Video. They got a lot of subscribers for Amazon Prime, and Netflix gained a lot of value over the last couple of months, and it is becoming more and more interesting for Amazon to go into the streaming section a little bit heavier. Will be very interesting to see how Prime Video is going to evolve. And another nice side fact, even as a tech stock, Amazon made it into Warren Buffett's portfolio. Let's get to the second dividend stock, which is McDonald's. Currently a market cap of $212 billion US. PE ratio of 26, forward PE slightly below 24, dividend per share $7.08 US, which is a dividend yield of 2.4% approximately. And recently we got a little pullback. Last week I did already talk about it on my German channel. That would have been a nice entry right here, but I think in the long run everything below $300 US might be a good entry, and I will definitely buy some shares to diversify my portfolio a little bit. To be honest, it's kind of similar to Coca-Cola. People trust the brand everywhere in the world. Whenever you are in a town you don't know, you might be ending up at McDonald's because you will always know what you get there. They definitely got some monopolistic traits, and consumers trust the brand. The pullback might offer a good entry point. Also important to know that McDonald's is not just a fast food chain, they are also kind of a real estate company because they own many of their restaurants' real estate, and at the same time McDonald's is also a franchise, so most of the locations are franchises, which means whoever is operating the McDonald's has not only to pay fees but also rent for the location because McDonald's owns many of the places, so it's a very stable business, also stable in recessions. McDonald's is also a dividend aristocrat. They raised their dividend for more than 40 consecutive years. But they aren't only stable, they are also expanding. At the moment, I think they got like 37,000 locations, but they are still increasing the number of locations every year, especially in China and the US. They can also profit from countries like Brazil or Indonesia, countries with big populations where the middle class is growing over the next decades. So therefore McDonald's will be very interesting over the next couple of years in my opinion. Let's talk about the next tech stock of today's video, which is Alphabet. And yes, I believe that Alphabet is undervalued. Many people have a different opinion on that, I know that. Right now the market cap is 2.1 trillion, PE ratio only 19.5 and forward PE around 19. We got the next earnings report on July 22nd, which will be very interesting. And of course the discussions are about the Google search revenue, which so far is still growing. And I believe that Wall Street is overestimating large language models and underestimating Google search. When we get closer to the earnings report, I will definitely make also a video about Alphabet where I talk more deeply about it. But right now in this video, I only want to mention my opinion. I think Google is undervalued because people, the street or people in general are underestimating Google search revenues. In my opinion, Google search business will continue to grow also in the next couple of quarters. Like I said, underestimated by Wall Street. And then we got two nice growth sectors for Alphabet as well. First one of it, Google Cloud, right behind Microsoft Azure and Amazon Web Services, but growing at the fastest rate, could be a nice profit driver over the next decade. And of course we got YouTube, which in my opinion is one of the best businesses in the world and also growing at double digits. That will be also driven by growing middle classes in countries like Brazil, Indonesia, India and so on. Google devices and services are also growing. Revenues from Google devices and services are also growing, and that's also where Google profits from countries like Brazil and the others I mentioned earlier. And maybe more importantly, we got the AI offensive from Google with Gemini and other things. Google is definitely a major AI player, so I already own Google stocks, and if we get a dip before earnings, I will definitely buy more of them. Let's get to the last stock of today's video, which is Johnson & Johnson. And here I have to say that I'm not completely sure whether I should buy or not. I definitely need a big pharma company in my portfolio for the diversification and also because I'm very bullish on pharma for the next decades. You definitely have to tell me in the comments which pharma companies you own and what you think about Johnson & Johnson. The market cap right now is 370 billion, PE ratio 17.28 and forward PE 14.7. The dividend with $5.20 per share, which is 3.35% at the current price. Got the next earnings in 2 weeks. And the beta of course is very low as a pharma stock with 0.41. They have been in a downtrend after the COVID vaccines, as you can see right here. So I'm considering to buy some shares. They got two main sectors. One of them is medications and the second is medical technology. Why am I bullish on pharma in general? First of all, because of the aging population that we have in Western countries and also because of the unhealthy lifestyles that many people are living, especially in the US. It is even expected that more and more people, a higher percentage of the population is going to be obese in the next couple of decades, and therefore I think that everyone should own some pharma stocks in his portfolio. Please let me know what you think about it. That was it with today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, drop a comment and share it with your friends. Every Saturday on this channel I give you my weekly stock market update where I not only summarize what happened during the week but more importantly try to guess what could be happening over the next couple of weeks. But that was it for today. Goodbye.